World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day, I am Peñano with today's World News in 5. The United States has officially left the World Health Organization or WHO, citing the agency's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic as a key reason. President Donald Trump had announced the withdrawal via executive order on his first day in office in 2025. Washington says it will continue limited collaboration with the WHO, working directly with other countries on health priorities. The departure has sparked a financial crisis at the UN Health Agency, forcing staff cuts and reduced programs. Experts warn the move could weaken global systems for detecting and responding to health threats. Meanwhile, WHO officials say discussions on the US exit and outstanding fees are expected at their executive board meeting in February. In other news, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says progress has been made in talks with US President Donald Trump, but the key issue of territory in Ukraine's war with Russia remains unresolved. Speaking after their meeting in Davos, Zelensky said security guarantees for Ukraine have been finalized, while negotiations on territorial claims are still ongoing. He confirmed that negotiators from Ukraine, Russia, and the United States will hold their first trilateral talks this weekend in Abu Dhabi. Both Zelensky and Trump described their discussions as positive, even as fighting and Russian airstrikes continue across Ukraine. The United States is urging countries to repatriate their citizens being held in Iraqi detention facilities with suspected Islamic State members. In a statement, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio welcomed Iraq's move to temporarily hold ISIS detainees transferred from Syria, but stressed that non-Iraqi nationals must be taken home by their countries to face justice. Iraq has begun legal proceedings against the detainees following the transfer of 150 suspects by U.S. forces, with thousands more potentially to follow. The move comes amid growing concerns over prison security and humanitarian conditions as Kurdish forces withdraw from northeastern Syria following clashes with Syrian government troops. Emergency crews in New Zealand are continuing their search for possible victims after a landslide struck a BC campground on the country's North Island. The landslide hit Mount Maunganui on the east coast Thursday morning following days of heavy rain, crushing recreational vehicles and campsite structures. Police say up to 9 people, including children, may still be missing. Local officials say search efforts have continued overnight, but unstable ground is hampering progress. The incident comes amid widespread flooding across the region, which has already claimed several lives and forced road closures in affected communities. The United Nations says more troops will be sent to Haiti to help fight armed gangs as the country faces growing political turmoil. UN Special Envoy Carlos Ruiz said the security force, currently around 1,000 police, is expected to reach 5,500 personnel by summer. The deployment comes as Haiti's transitional government nears the end of its mandate on February 7 without a clear succession plan. Gangs control large parts of capital Port-au-Prince and rural areas, displacing more than a million people and committing widespread violence. The US and Canada have warned Haitian leaders against actions that could worsen the crisis. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, I am Peñano. Good day.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.